You often describe Drink Kong as an instinct bar. What has to happen in the first few minutes to build trust with a guest, even without a menu?
I feel that when you go to a bar, you feel the atmosphere. And if you think too much, you don't fit in. So we want the people to follow their instinct and feel. Ever shook a hand of somebody and go like, there's something wrong, or there's something really good about it. You don't know what it is, you never talk to each other, but there's an energy flowing. So that, to me, recognizing the energy, for us, I believe that a bar, it is a beacon in the night. It is a place that you go because it's a light that you see in the darkness and you come in. So the first thing to us is always eye contact and smile. And this means to be welcome, also if you're alone. And this, I know it could be easy, but it's not poor at all. It's full of meaning. It's something very ancestral.
When did you realize you didn't want to open just a good bar, but a concept that could work beyond Rome?
Okay, I opened my bar after 20 years of bartending. So I didn't start, I bartended a lot all around the planet, and the concept of the bar itself, of Drink Kong, it's me. I was at the period that were a lot of speakeasies, but then also minimalistic bars. Everybody was tending to be very well focused on something. And if you really think of Drink Kong, there's not really a concept behind. There's a feeling, a fascination. So it's retrofuturistic, but with a classic counter that can get everybody in. And at the same time, references to Blade Runner, 80s, whatever is my life, something that I can rely on. This as authentic, because it represents, and I know what to talk about. It's not something like, it's from the 30s. I was born in 1978. I do understand, don't get me wrong, we're in a beautiful environment and I would love to run a place like this. But I know that authenticity, it's something that you can bring all around the planet, no problem. So I'm not scared to go anywhere and open my concept. It's fine, it's a name, it's a brand.
Do you think global mixology has reached a point where technical perfection sometimes takes priority over emotion and clarity?
Unfortunately, yes. This is a very good question. It's the main thing I fight in my bar all the time. I started doing this job because I had the possibility to talk with human beings, with all different kind of people from all different kind of areas, the planet, and different jobs, the most simple man to the most aristocratic maybe. And I think that is the heart of it. Then, making very good drinks, that's the ABC. Arriving to that level, I think, brings all the vibe down. If I'm gonna tell the guest how much I worked on the drink, about the rotovap and all the toys we do, it does take away a little bit of the magic. It's just like if you buy, a soda and the guy just tells you, and here there's the coloring E55 and then the CO2, and people are just like, this is good, that's it.
Why do you think a simple classic cocktail often works better than a complex signature drink?
First of all, it's recognizable. Second of all, it does, it's like jazz. I can recognize that a jazz player, but the standard is the standard. So my martini, it's not your martini, but together, and that bond between the guest and the bartender, that invisible bond that we have, I will do it on yourself, and it's something that both we can rely on. For me, it's an exercise of style and technique, plus the love, of course. For the customer, is one of those things that, an experience and a memory and having exactly what he wants.
Is there a limit where experimentation in a bar stops being inspiring and becomes just showy?
Yes, I believe so. I'm a guy that goes to a bar where he can order a gin and tonic and a martini and talk with a friend. There are some bars that you don't have the possibility to do that. It is a big, big show, and it's done for that purpose. It's not my kind of bar. That's it. I think sometimes, that everybody can do whatever they want. There's many, many restaurants. There's show restaurants. Some restaurants, they sing, they dance. It's okay. It's okay. I like my bar where I can have a gin and tonic or a beer and a shot with a friend. But I do believe that the younger generation get attracted by it because it's fun. It's experimenting. It's playing with a lot of good toys. And I think we have to counterbalance that and make them more in love with the fascination of the beautiful sexiness of being in a beautiful cocktail bar, of the sexiness of a chilled martini, or a beautiful sweet Manhattan in a beautiful glass.
You said a bar today is not just about serving drinks, but also about interacting with guests. Why is this human side so important?
It is essential because, as I told you before, it is all my life. I gave my best years to the night. I believe that the 24 hours, the 12 hours of the night are equally important like the daytime. Obviously, during the day, people have to run their jobs, do their things. It's very important. But as I always say, it's during the night that people meet each other, best friends get back together, people make love and babies are born. It is essential, it is the main thing. As I told you before, it's the best part of being bartender is to talk to very interesting people that you will never meet. I gave my best years to the night, all my youth, and the night back gave me a beautiful career, a beautiful wife, beautiful friends. It's during the night that babies are born and people make love and memories are made. I believe that it's equally important than the 12 hours of the daytime, And people tend to undervalue that, but it's very, very important to me. You have a party, you don't have it at 10 in the morning unless you're 4-year-old, It's you bond in the darkness, and this I like. And this is all about humans. We bartenders, I think, we're brand ambassadors of the human nature, because we're there and we talk to everybody and we represent with the bottles the entire world. They come from South America, Scotland, Ireland, United States, Japan. So we should support that.
How do you make sure every guest feels a unique experience at Drink Kong?
It's very hard, of course, because Drink Kong is a very big bar, but it's with the team. It's with the guys that work with me and believe in the inspiration and they push in that direction. And so it's for them, not the guests. It's not for me or for the brand. It's for them that they're doing a good job and everybody is happy because it's a one-to-one interaction all the time. It's not that you just play the music, which is obviously important, and everybody's fine with that. You have to go one-on-one, and if everybody is aligned with that, of course it's very difficult, things turn out well.
How does European bar culture differ most from American bar culture today?
I can tell you it depends on Europe, because Europe is very vast, and the culture of Europe is so different between 100 kilometers. I mean, there's Italy, there's Spain, Ireland. When you think of England, they have a big, big drinking culture, also cocktail-wise in a way. But if I have to put it all together, the Americans invented the American bar, and they really know how to live a bar, and it's something I really appreciate. Whenever I'm in the United States, I go there, hop in a bar, there's always a good vibe. It is part of the structure. Like I said, in Italy, maybe a restaurant would be like that, or here in Prague, when you have a beer here, it is really part of the culture. So we, as Europeans, try to get that way because we like what we see, and we do it also in a European way, which has that different allure. The Americans are more, how can I say, straightforward on things. We tend to look a little more at the details.
When building a team for a world-class bar, what matters more to you, talent or character?
Character, I would say. Talent, I had a lot of talented people that didn't resist in Kong, so I would say character and grit to go on and on.
How do you keep high standards and consistency without losing the personality of individual bartenders?
I'm getting old, they're getting younger. So, every day a younger guy comes in. And I try to inspire them at the most through my work, through the example. And plus as an independent bar, we're doing something, we're building a cocktail Bible for them to bring and to have them so they know exactly what is going on without confusion. Because sometimes people are confused. They go to the bar and say like, will I continue, what I'm supposed to do, where I am. Not everybody is good in mentorship. And so we give them also some tools to know what to do and how they do it and if they want to do it.
What is the most common mistake you see young bar managers making today?
Not being managers. Because the bar managers, they say they're bar manager, but just because they like the rank, they like to be on top. To be a bar manager is to talk about money, to make KPIs, and to know exactly what a big establishment needs. Cut some corners, being a good leader, and talk numbers a lot. That will make you up in the, I would say, in the industry. Being bar manager is just to be the boss. It doesn't work.
How much can the look and design of a bar affect the taste and overall experience of a drink?
Everything, almost everything. There's some details that cannot be left aside. How the bar is built. I like bars that are solid. When I go there, I touch the bar and I know that they're to stay. Lights, it's the most important thing. You can also have an empty box, but if the lights are wrong, the place is fucked. So I would say, yes, it's a lot. As I told you before, it's a refuge. So you need a place that is cozy enough for you to be part of it.
Is a bar today more of a restaurant or more like a performance and experience space?
I understand what this question is. No, the bar has to stay a bar. Has to stay a place that performance, being a little bit histrionic, know how to talk to the people and make the experience going on. It's better than just serving. Restaurants obviously do have that as well, but we see people tend to put bars and restaurants, they're always putting in comparison. So it's like making drink is like cooking. No, it's not. Being to a bar is like being to a restaurant at all. Eating is something very ancestral. It's the first thing you do, with the milk and everything. You start drinking when you're, 18, 16. I mean, it's something that it makes part of a different recreational thing when you're older. So they're very different and they have to have two different worlds.
Do you see the low and no alcohol trend as a natural evolution or just a reaction to too much alcohol?
It is. I don't think it's the reaction of too much alcohol. I think people now drink responsibly, maybe too responsibly, but it's okay. I like that. There's nothing wrong with the low ABV or no ABV. I mean, people who want to live the cocktail bar, who want to live the bar itself, they have to be able to, especially now that we have all these tips and tricks, like we're doing all these beautiful cordials and we're using all these beautiful toys, you can have a beautiful flavor, it's all about the flavor, and also without alcohol. So we come from a generation, a macho generation, that people would sit down and go like, no, I'm not drinking. Like, well, are you sick? What's the problem? But there's a lot of people, maybe he's on a diet, he doesn't want to say. You never know. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, and we don't have to ask. We just go like that, no problem, and go for it. It's an option. I wouldn't like if it would take over too much, like if it would be 50-50, the whole purpose of the bar goes away, But I would say it's a great option, and it's something we work on very, very much in Drink Kong.
Looking 10 years ahead, what part of today's bar scene do you think won't survive?
Won't survive? Being concentrated too much on a concept, let's say a lab bar, okay? It is something that has to evolve and change. Obviously, I like who does that because it's a big risk. They risk it, they like it, and they put passion full on. This is just an example, but could be instead of me, that yes, of course, it is particular as a bar. We do experiment a lot, but we're very solid as a classic also bar. So, you know that Drink Kong, you go there, you can have a martini, it's no problem. So I think that will survive forever, and some concepts might get lost during the way.
That was another episode of the Visit Chef magazine podcast, featuring a conversation with Patrick Pistolesi. You can find all episodes in our archive at visitchef.com/podcast, as well as on all major podcast apps. Feel free to contact us, we'd love to hear from you. We'll be back with a new episode soon, and we're already looking forward to having you with us again.